All right, well, good Sunday afternoon, everyone. Owen Fritzen here with you on this dreary Sunday afternoon for some of you. Some of you might be seeing a little bit of sunshine. Sunshine has popped its little head out here where I'm at in northern Ohio just a little bit. As I was driving in here today. So we have just a little bit of sunshine out ahead of this, which is fueling some instability as we're starting to see here a little bit on radar. Nothing overly concerning right now. Just wanted to come on and give you an update. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning that we'll get to in just a moment. But we do have this front, if you will, or this line of showers and storms starting to cross here from the northern portion of Sandusky County all the way down towards Parkersburg. So we're starting to see some of these showers and possibly a few rumbles of thunder pop up here over the next few minutes as it starts to cross into more of northeastern Ohio or eastern Ohio in the Mid-Ohio Valley. So kind of a quick check outside, looking out basically from Clyde in Sandusky County, kind of looking here. This is kind of what's going on outside right now. Kind of got this nice little shelf cloud rolling in, so we'll see a little bit of wind beyond that. So this is kind of looking off towards Tiffin, so this is looking to the southwest from where this is taken, which matches up right along that line that we're seeing here right in the middle of Seneca County. So let's go ahead and zoom in here. This is the first line, and kind of zoom into northwest Ohio here for you. This is that line that we were just showing you, that picture, that live picture there. A little bit of a bowing type shape, which is indicative of some stronger winds that may be moving here through northeastern Seneca County and eastern Sandusky County, moving its way off to Erie County here as we move towards the 5 o'clock hour. I'll zoom out just a little bit. You kind of see this line of showers and some little bit of wind going on, kind of like what we expected today. The Storm Prediction Center did change their outlook just a little bit this morning and kind of put pretty much Ohio in the marginal risk category and introduced a very small brief tornado risk, which not sure if that's going to pan out too much or not. Let's take a look at the severe thunderstorm warning down here in progress. So we do have a severe thunderstorm warning, and we want to make sure that we cover this as well. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and flip radar sites here for you. Give me one quick second, and let's go down and take a look out of this. We do have the terminal there too. I need to look at that, but let's go ahead and take a look down here for our severe thunderstorm warning in progress here. Let's go ahead and load up ILN, and we'll zoom into this, and I'll read the text for you as well here in just a moment. But kind of looking at this was indicative due to some winds, what was going on there down here near Lancaster. Give me one quick second. I'm checking this out real quick. So down here for our friends in Fairfield County and down here in Hocking County, this severe thunderstorm warning goes for you until 4:15. So I got another 5 minutes or so. And let's turn off the composite real quick. Let's see if we can back this up just a notch. And you kind of see there, as this starts to build out, when it became a severe thunderstorm warning, it was indicative due to strong winds. So nothing overly concerning at this point, but you do have a severe thunderstorm warning in excess for what we have, strong winds. And your max hail size on this is 3/4 of an inch. But this was due to some strong winds. And we had a series of severe thunderstorm warnings just a little bit ago as it was coming through the Columbus metro area due to strong winds. And it's moving off here towards the north. So it's starting to die down a little bit as far as the severe thunderstorm warning goes down here in the southeastern portion of Ohio. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to be completely died down, especially as we start to see a little bit of sunshine out ahead of this. And again, we're kind of bouncing between two different radar sites. If we bounce back up here to this northern line getting a little bit stronger now, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, especially as we move, again, towards the 5 o'clock hour. Again, we've seen a little bit of sunshine out ahead of this. I was outside and I saw that, so it was, I don't want to say concerning, but definitely something we got to keep an eye on as we zoom in, especially when you start to see these little segments kind of bowing as they are. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. If we flip over to our velocity product from Reflectivity, not a ton of wind going on with that. I'm looking straight at velocity right now, and let's look at wind shear too a little bit. Yeah, nothing too crazy going on there with it at this point, but you are seeing a little bit of winds there, and some of those winds 20, 25, maybe peaking up in the 30s. And again, this is looking 35. Again, this is looking up in the atmosphere. This is not looking at ground level. So relatively remaining calm, but it's going to be kind of a gully washer, as I like to say, over the next few minutes here for portions in eastern Sandusky County and Seneca County as it moves off to the northeast. So kind of the general consensus is I'll zoom out here, kind of show you all of Ohio. We'll turn on the composite radar a little bit to fill in the dots and kind of see you have these sporadic rain showers, and I'll put this into motion for you. The composite isn't going to roll, but you can see they're kind of taking more of a northerly turn as this pressure system moves through. Kind of this little bit of spin into the atmosphere. And anytime we see that spin, that's why we always have that brief low-end tornado risk introduced from the Storm Prediction Center. Speaking of that, let's turn on the outlook from the Storm Prediction Center and show you what's going on there as well. Give me 1 second while we get this loaded up. Maybe it doesn't want to load up. There we go. There we go. So kind of look in here, and I'll turn off some of this stuff so you can see what we're looking at here. Let me turn off the actual radar as well. Kind of see here, this is where we're at in terms of severe thunderstorm coverage here today, and I'll go ahead and stop the radar loop. You can see the warning on there currently. This is the marginal risk area, kind of the same as when they introduced it this morning. They kind of changed that outlook a little bit. They had it more down here in West Virginia. They kind of changed the bullseye just a little bit. So this is a marginal risk as we head through the evening hours for the severe thunderstorm risk or marginal risk, mainly due to winds in excess of 60 miles an hour in some cases. But to be honest with you, we're not expecting a ton in the way of tornadoes. There is a low-end tornado threat. This is the tornado threat map right now. And again, very low-end type tornado threat here. This is the lowest category that they give. And again, it's due to that spin in the atmosphere. If we look at our hail risk, virtually nothing. It is nothing. And then we'll look at the wind risk too as well. And you can kind of see they got that category outlook. Pretty much they all line up the same here with the risks that's going on here today. So kind of general consensus coming live here. This severe thunderstorm warning will be expiring in 2 minutes down here, and we'll be good to go for our friends down in Licking and Fairfield County. Excuse me, I should say Perry County. I think that's Perry County. Can't see this far away. Sorry. This will be expiring here in 2 minutes, and we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and flip back over to just our reflectivity radar here for Cleveland. Take a look here, take a spin down to southern Ohio, and then we'll wrap this up. But kind of general consensus is you're going to see some more rain as well tonight, possibly, and I'll pop on the wind advisories too. The wind, we do have wind advisories pretty much for the entire area. Every 88 county, or every county, all 88 counties last night got lit up for wind advisory in Ohio. Basically 40-mile-an-hour winds, 40 to 45, and it should last through tonight. Some of you not even seeing a lot of winds out there today, not seeing much. So it's very interesting to see this. It's kind of a gusty, gloomy day. I don't know how else to describe that. So general consensus is this line, this is the severe threat line that we were talking about. We said that we had a very narrow window yesterday, and this is what we're talking about. Once this line passes, it's over in the terms of severe weather. So pretty much down in the Dayton area, you're pretty much good to go for the evening hours. You're going to see some winds and possibly some rain, especially as we head into the overnight hours, some gusty winds. But the severe threat is severely diminished as this line has moved past you. This was the line that we thought would form, that did form, and it will continue to move off to the northeast, and once it's passed, pretty much the severe threat dies down. However, again, you're going to see some rain, and you're going to see some strong gusty winds as you still have that wind advisory in effect for tonight. So don't let your guard down, so to speak, but that's what we got going on right now. So kind of back this out here a little bit more. You kind of see some rain coming off from Indianapolis. Let's go ahead and zoom in down here. We'll go down and take a look at ILN down in the Wilmington office. We'll kind of look at these storms that are starting to fill in down here towards Parkersburg and Zanesville. Not a lot going on. I think you're losing a lot of that instability that was there, especially we had a little bit of instability, a nice little pocket instability between Dayton and Columbus, and you've seen some severe thunderstorm warnings fire up earlier due to some of that instability that we had, but you're losing that, especially now. It's 4 o'clock. We're getting ready to roll into sundown here in about an hour, so you're going to lose that instability very, very quickly after dark. So I don't foresee, finally, hey, there's the wind advisors that came on the screen, finally. I don't see a lot going on in the terms of, I'm going to turn those back off. I don't see a lot in terms of what we're seeing for severe weather to be continuing here much past about, I'd say, an hour, hour and a half. Got a very limited window right now down here in the Columbus area. I'll see if I can pop on the metro radar down here. Yeah, it's there. Again, that line that was severe is nothing now, so it's gone. It's dissipated, which is a good thing for many of us. So, kind of looking at that here, I'll turn this off so you can kind of see. This is what we're picking up on terminal Doppler. That line pretty much has diminished now in terms of severe threat out of the terminal Doppler here in Columbus. All right, let's take a little quick look again here in northern Ohio, because that's where we have the most instability action going on right now. Going back up to Cleveland real quick. And you kind of see that line of storms. I hate to even say storms, not a lot of lightning with this. Some rumbles of thunder. This line of showers, I should say, pretty intense rain, getting ready to move into the southern portion of Fremont and Clyde. Here's the cloud just a few minutes ago, kind of nice shelf cloud looking here towards this line that we had. So I don't think, again, the general consensus is I don't think we're going to see a lot in the terms of any more severe weather today. You may see maybe another severe thunderstorm warning or two, just, again, out ahead of this, okay, ahead of this line is where you potentially would see that. We had a little bit of sunshine as I was looking here just a few minutes ago as I was outside. A little bit of sunshine poked its head out, so we could get enough instability that we may see some severe wind gusts, if you will, and it may prompt a couple more severe thunderstorm warnings. Not saying it's very likely at all. Pretty much going to be a rain out today. A lot of you seen almost an inch or more last night. You're starting to see another inch today. So localized flooding probably is occurring. So make sure, again, you don't drive through flooded roadways. Turn around, don't drown is always the good slogan on that. You want to make sure that you don't do that as well. Also, so last night we had an earthquake. I'll pop that on the screen here over near Hicksville. So it happened about 6:40. Let's pop that up. 6:46 in the morning. I happened to be awake this morning, and it did pop up. So the interesting thing on this, by the way, is that we have not seen a earthquake detected in Defiance County before. And there is no fault lines in Defiance County. So that's very interesting that we're seeing that this morning. It was a 2.9. Maybe some of you felt it in Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio. But beyond that, you probably shouldn't have felt it. If you're in Columbus, there's no way you felt it or anything like that. You could make some jokes if you want with people about what they felt, but you probably didn't feel it. If you were in Defiance County, maybe you felt a little bit of rumble, but 2.9 doesn't register much. Almost feels like a lightning bolt and thunder. It's kind of what it feels like. So interesting to say. This is about depth is about 6 miles underground is when it happened or where it happened, and it was about a mile southeast of Hicksville. It happened again at 6:46 this morning. We have seen other mini quakes over here as well. So it was very interesting to get that news this morning when I was looking through some stuff, and it was just interesting. I'll say it that way. So especially for a county that's never had them before. All right. So with that being said, let me go ahead and turn off the earthquake and go back to our live shot of radar here. Again, kind of quickly summarizing this as we wrap up here. There's no severe thunderstorm warnings now. They all have expired. I don't anticipate anything really to happen any further except wind and rain today. It's kind of been the general consensus all day. The severe weather threat, if there is any that's going to occur, it's going to be for eastern Ohio and northeastern Ohio. It's in north central right now. It would be pretty much the areas out ahead of this. So you can kind of see this line. It's going to be ahead of this line forward if there's going to be anything severe. And I don't think so. You might see one or two more severe thunderstorm warnings if there's enough instability there to get something going in terms of wind gusts. But other than that, not going to see much. If you're behind this, pretty much the severe threat is over. You're going to see rain potentially tonight. And don't forget again that you're underneath a wind advisory. All 88 counties are underneath a wind advisory. And I'll pop those back on the screen until some duration tonight. Down here, as we look in southwestern Ohio, goes until about 11 o'clock. And I flip over here, 10 o'clock, eastern part of the state. Up here near Cleveland, it goes to 1 o'clock. And it goes to 11 o'clock tonight. So just kind of that general consensus there is a wind advisory for some thunderstorms, or not some thunderstorms, some wind gusts up to 40 to 45 miles an hour. So again, if you're out ahead of this, you have the potential maybe to see some stronger winds and maybe a severe thunderstorm warning, but not looking likely, especially as we're starting to lose the daytime heating. Sun is getting ready to go down here in less than an hour. So, and have some pop-ups potentially, but not likely as it moves forward here. And we'll continue to keep an eye on these as well. So let me go ahead and turn that back off quick. And kind of leave you with the radar shot. So, all right. So we're not going to overhype the situation. Yes, do I think flooding can be possible? Localized flooding, absolutely. We had, again, overnight tonight, about 1 inch of rain in many places. It got some good rain, and we're going to see up to another inch today. So I would say some localized flooding is very possible. And you'll see some rivers start to rise a little bit as well. I don't think you're going to see any severe flooding, but some minor flooding is possible. All right. Well, with that being said, we want to remind you and continue to remind you that you can download our app in the App Store. You can look at earthquakes as well. All right. The earthquake this morning was not in there because it was underneath a 3.0. We're going to get that changed. But we filter out any quakes under 3.0, but we're going to change that. But you can download our app and see all sorts of fun things. You can see future radar. You can see the warnings and get a warned for your area. Download the app, Ohio News and Weather. It's available in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, and you can follow along. Get your most up-to-date forecast from our team as well. We continue to update that for you and make tweaks to the forecast as we move forward. And it is there completely free for you. So download that and follow along with us. And that's what we pretty much use off of the air, if you will. We use that as well. And we use it to get a lot of our information as well. All right. So with that being said, I hope you all have a great Sunday afternoon. We're continuing to monitor it. Our team is here. We're continuing to monitor this line of storms. I hate to even say the word storms, but this line of showers, heavy showers, I should say, as it's moving across the area. We're continuing to monitor this. If anything happens that we think you need to be alerted of, we'll come back live and make sure that we're here getting you the most up-to-date information. But we'll be here throughout the evening hours. Again, consensus pretty much now is it's going to be rainy and a little bit windy, gusts up to 40 to 45 miles an hour for some of us as we head into the evening hours. With that being said, I hope you have a great evening. My name is Owen Fritz from the